Hey guys, Zach here at etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Thule Camber 4-bike hanging style bike rack on our 2012 Audi A6. This is going to be a really great way to get 4 bikes on the back of your Audi. Most of the A6s are only going to have a Class 1 hitch. Class 1 hitch really kind of limits to how many bike racks that there are out there for you, and especially getting 4 bikes out there. So let's take a closer look at how this is held in place. So a lot of hanging style racks are going to have the issue with them all being close together and they're going to make contact. Well, this one's going to be held in place with 3 spots here, and a really important one is this anti-sway cradle. So when they don't have an anti-sway cradle, the bikes can start swinging back and forth like this, and they're eventually going to make contact with each other because they are sitting so close to each other. So that is a really nice feature that this one has. But with it in place, you can see there's a little bit of movement, but it reduced it quite a bit. We can take this off and we can take a closer look at this strap system and the cradles. The straps are going to be rubber coated there on the backside to help prevent any scratches or abrasions to the bike. And then they just pull into place like that, and they've got a really nice release there to help you get those off. Something that's cool about this one too is how they're spaced out. So with hanging style racks, they're always really tight and they're bumping into each other, which is kind of a pain to get them on and also off because they're just so tight. So this one, they've spaced it out, and those cradles are going to be 7 inches apart. So it gives you a little bit more room to get your bikes put on there properly, so they're not getting caught up with each other. With the bike off, we can take a closer look at the cradles. They've got a nice rubber cushion on there that's going to help with the road shock that you're going to get on your bikes as you're going down the road. But they also have these little grooves there that's going to help take some of the pressure off the cables on your bike. So I like to put my straps back in place. You don't have to, but I just kind of like a nice, clean, uniform look when I'm not using my rack. And this is a good time if you need to get into your trunk. This is a great time that you can lower this down. So if you come back here, with the bikes off, of course, you pull up on this lever, and we can lower that down. And then we can gain full trunk access, which is really nice. You probably will still have, yeah, you're still going to be good there, even with it up. So even with it loaded, that's really nice that you don't have to take everything off if you forgot something in your trunk. I'm going to give you a quick measurement to show you how much this adds to the back of the vehicle. Since it does have 7 inches of spacing, that does mean it's going to be a little bit longer than some other racks. And that's going to add about 43 inches to the back of the vehicle. We can cut that down when we're not using it, so if you want to leave this on all the time, or just if you're wanting to save some space in the parking space. With that lowered down, we use this lever here at the top to do that. It's the same style as the one down at the bottom. And that's going to reduce us down to about, with those straps sticking up there, about 13 1/4 inches. And then the closest point of our bike rack to our vehicle, this looks like it would be, but the bumper goes in there, so I think it's going to be probably right here. That's going to be 3.5. Yeah, both those are going to be 3.5. So you're not going to have any issues there with that coming into play. There's a little bit of movement in there, but it's not going to make any contact. If we take a look at the ground clearance, with this being a sedan, this does have fairly low ground clearance. And we don't have any kind of raised shank there, so right back here, it's going to be 8 1/4 inches right here. So you may have some issue if you're going into some sort of steep incline like a driveway. If we take a look at how this attaches to our hitch, like we said earlier, this is a Class 1 1.25" hitch, so it's going to work out great there. But it also has a sleeve that comes with it, and if you put that on, it'll make it work with Class 3 hitches, so if you have a 2-inch hitch on another vehicle. Really nice thing here is it comes with this anti-rattle bolt. So it takes a lot of the side play out. It does have a little up and down motion, but not a whole lot. But it does a really good job of keeping that in place. And that just tightens down with an 1.25", or excuse me, 3/4 inch socket. But overall, I think this is a nice hanging style rack. It's a great way to get 4 bikes to wherever you need to go with your family or friends. But that'll do it for a look at the Thule Camber 4-bike hanging style bike rack on our 2012 Audi A6.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.